Hi everybody, my name is Tessa. I've lived in 3 different places with mold. This is my story. I have cerebral palsy, so I'm going to tell it the best I can. I'm kind of nervous because I've told my story several times, but never really for many people. But one day, my husband and I lived in an apartment, really small. We ended up getting a guinea pig. We ended up moving into a bigger apartment the landlord had, not realizing what we were getting ourselves into. Um, Within a few months, the people told my husband that there was black mold in the closet downstairs. Um, I was 27 at the time. Um, we were sleeping a lot. That did not alarm us at the time. Um, our guinea pig got a lump on her. She looked like she had a boob. But took her to the vet. She had breast cancer. Did not know that that could happen to an animal, but you'd be surprised what mold does not do. After we put her down, because she got aggressive and she was getting worse, we went to the doctors. He ran lab tests, blood and urine samples. They came back, said that we had upper respiratory infections and needed to move as soon as possible, so we did. We went on a vacation for a little while, came back with a kitty, not any of the crazy ones that we have today. Um, I remember one day, out of the blue, I had an ear infection, and it started with one ear, and the following month it went to the second ear, so I had 2 double ear infections, and it took 8 months and 9 months, and I bought this swimmer's ear stuff, and it has like rubbing alcohol. I recommend, if you have an ear infection, do not buy anything with alcohol. So I ended up buying something else for ear ear relief, and it helped, and it actually fought against the infection more than the stuff the doctors were giving me. We came back home, moved into an apartment. The last one, the previous, same landlord had. It was in the cellar. Um, he was just finished painting it up, all that stuff, and um, that's when all the stuff went downhill. Um, I went to the doctors. The different doctor prescribed me the right ear drops. So they cleared up. So now I cannot be around fire, big or small, not even candles. So my parents love giving me candles, but I'm always telling them I can't be around fire. So I enjoy the smell, so I just keep them anyways. Not because I'll use them. Um, and that was just the beginning. Um, I we were still sleeping all the time, and um, we ended up going into the doctor. He told me that I was allergic to cigarettes and tobacco, and of course at the time that I had smoked, and I got myself to quit cold turkey with using nothing but candy from the dollar store. I kept telling myself that this is gross, that it was gross, disgusting, not worth it, and eventually it worked, and I got myself to quit. So now if I'm around cigarettes, I honestly don't like them. They smell horrible. They just make me feel like gagging and like puking. Not a very good sight to see. Um, One day my husband ordered from Domino's and it made me um sick. And he ordered Papa John's and all the time, and it gave me diarrhea. I still have problems with them today. It's not as bad. Um, After we left that apartment, I started having diarrhea on a daily basis. It has gotten better. I'm down to every few days or something. Uh, so it's gotten better. The puking has gotten better. Um, but before I get to that, um, we so we ended up moving out of there, and we did not have a choice. Because the landlord lost the place, but that's besides the point. Um, we ended up moving into another apartment. That building didn't work out for personal reasons. But we did get a new kitty, and we ended up staying there for a little while. I ended up falling into a walker about 3 weeks before we got our older kitty, which is a tuxedo. And um, I was told from doctor that I have short-term memory loss, so all doctors think that it's good that I have a kitty cat. We ended up moving out of that place eventually into a different place, different town, and the ceiling, it leaked. I had no idea that there was issues until after we moved in, because some people are not honest. We were there for about 13 months. Why we did not move out right away is because we don't make very much income. And with the money that we make per month, it takes 2 or 3 months for us to save up money just to move. So, eventually, we ended up moving. A lawyer told us to find a place as soon as possible, and that's what we did. Before the eviction went through, we moved, and that's how we became in the apartment that we're in right now. Um, I did get a second kitty, um, and I do have a doctor's note that says that they are my legal companions. I did end up losing my eyesight. It's not as bad, but if I'm looking at the TV guide, I can't see it. So that's another thing I've gained. Now here, the other day it rained, so we have flooded basement, and I'm hoping that this place gets fixed up properly, because we can't afford to keep moving, because landlords where I live will deny you for making Social Security. If they find out you're disabled and make Social Security, they don't like to rent to people because they think that they're bums. I can't walk as much as I used to. I can't go for that hour or two walk. I fight myself just to go for a 20-minute walk. In the wintertime, it's harder to get out because snow and ice and all that goody fun slippery. Yeah, so that's my story. So I went from upper respiratory infections to 2 double ear infections to puking and pooping or diarrhea, memory loss, short-term memory loss, losing, needing glasses, oh, oh, the place before I lived in here. I can't forget to say, my husband bought this medicine. I don't remember what it was. I broke up with hives. My husband ditched it immediately. I was just taking it for my cerebral palsy pain. No, that was fun. And yeah, that's my short story. Today I feel a little better. I've been actually out of mold for a little over a year. Prayers that the downstairs don't get anything if the landlord fixes it properly. He usually does. He usually gets on it. So I'm sorry, but maybe I'll tell my story again sometime, but just remember, it doesn't matter what kind of mold you have lived in or live in. I advise, if you can, get out, because everybody goes through different things. Sometimes we go through the same thing but differently. But some mold can kill you. I don't make that money to go out buy those tests that everybody tells me to buy or tells people to buy. I'm sorry, but the money that they say they cost. That's almost my rent money, so yeah, I can't afford to just go buy tests, and I've heard that the cheaper tests, like the $20 months, don't really work, so it would just be a waste of time, and I'm just praying and hoping that nothing happens here, because I love my little apartment. I know I don't have the energy to always clean, and it's just a fight just to get up and move. But um, just remember, no matter what you go through, your life matters. Um, I had an old friend say to my husband that he was surprised we was not dead. So um, keep your chin up. If you believe in Christ, please pray to Jesus, um, because you'll never know. One day you'll need him. I do believe in miracles. Um, like I said, I have cerebral palsy. I was actually born dead, so I see things and hear things that a normal person wouldn't. I remember one day that I was home by myself with my kitty. I heard a voice tell me everything was going to be all right, and I haven't heard from her since. So um, I suppose I will talk to you later. Um, Hopefully I won't have to do this again, but maybe I'll do it when we have better light, and I feel that I'm just nervous putting this out. But people just need to know that mold is toxic, and it doesn't matter what kind of mold it is. And you're worth you're worth every penny. Just don't spend an arm and a leg trying to fix it, especially if you rent. Um, I try looking for answers to my questions every day, and some stuff cannot be explained, but that's alright. At least I'm getting better. Um, I might not have the um, energy to always get up and walk around without my walker, but I try. That's all you can do. Push yourself. Try. Don't give up. Don't 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 give up on yourself. Pray. That's all you can do. And so I hope you enjoyed my little video. I'm sorry. Um, I've said things more than once, but everybody has a story, and not everybody's perfect either. But I'll just talk to you later. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.